All right, so today I want to talk about this little device here. It's called the coper, and this turns your router into a coping machine to get perfect tight copes on baseboard. The basic principle is that it'll make an epoxy mold out of your baseboard in this tray, and then your router is going to follow it in the jig, and it's going to put a small degree of a back bevel on it, and it'll follow the profile pretty tightly. On solid wood it might need a little bit of cleanup, but on MDF, which is pretty common for me, it's a pretty perfect fit every time. I've had really good results with it, and it turns coping into a process that takes about 10 seconds per piece once you've got the jig set up. So to start, you're going to take a piece of your baseboard that you want to cope, and it comes with this wax. You're going to rub the wax all over it so that the epoxy doesn't stick to it. And this is a shorter piece of baseboard, like shorter profile. So when I'm doing shorter ones or smaller pieces, I'll actually cut a piece to do a left and right hand side cope, so that if I need to go the other way for whatever reason, I have that ability. This kit comes with everything that you need to do this: the wax, the epoxy, the tray, the mold, even a router bit, which surprisingly I wasn't initially impressed with, and I used my own, and my own router bit had the bearing C's on it the first time I used it, so I took back my stance on that and used theirs. This kit comes with a bunch of cups for mixing and an A and B part epoxy. Epoxy sets in 10 minutes, full cured, which is pretty quick. And the instructions are, I believe, 30 mils of each into the cup. Best to keep the original lid on the original chemical, as switching lids will cause some of it to harden. I'm cheating, using the same cup for both chemicals. Not advisable, but it works. Mix two parts a little bit. And then, as simple as that, pour it in the mold. The amount they give you, the 30 mils and 30 mils, 60 milliliters, makes a deep enough mold where it almost fills this completely, but still pops out easy. It's a pretty well thought out product in that way. And now you gotta wait 10 minutes for that to fully cure before you can pop it out. You can see when it kicks off instantly, it turns white. It's pretty cool. See you in 10 minutes. So while I was waiting, I got my router set up, sucked up to the dust extractor. It should be pretty much ready now. And I'm just going to pop out the mold that's in here. The only thing that they screwed up on this in my eyes is that the nuts that these screws go into are not attached to the plastic. So when you go to change one of these out, sometimes it can be a little difficult to get it in and out of there. That's what one of the molds look like for a fairly common piece of trim where I am. And this is how easy it is to pop this out of the mold. It comes right out, comes right off, and I'm just going to sand this in the middle so that I got a clean line there. Shouldn't take me very long. I'll generally give the whole thing just a quick little sand so that I'm not going to get stuck on any burrs inside of it when you're running your router along it. And just for express sake, I'll call that done. This is what I mean about these little nuts. They can be a bit of a pain. It's not terrible, but if they were attached nut certs or anything, that I'm actually going to glue them in with a little bit of CA glue when I get around to it, just to make my life a little easier. And they say not to over tighten the mold. You also want to take your piece that you're going to cope in there and use that to align to the top of the mold so you get it lined up properly. And go. I'll just tighten this down. Again, don't over tighten that. It's fairly soft epoxy mold. Load the trim in, and then these come with adjustable feet, so you can even adjust where it rests on your piece of trim. But they hold down pretty good, completely adjustable. And then just So now we'll be able to see if there is anywhere that I need to clean this up before I start using it for real. But I'm gonna go with, that is pretty tight. And you can see how fast that was to actually cope it once you have it made. Bottom here might need just a little cleanup. Just should do with sandpaper, but cope's made so easy your mom could do it.